Bridge, it's all snow, and Al Roker's here. The question always is, what cities and towns get how much, Al? Do we know yet?
Well, we do, Shep, and part of the reason is the rain-snow line. So this area of pink, that's the 32-degree line. Anything south of that is basically going to be rain. Anything north is going to be snow. And as you can see, right where that line meets, right to the north of Washington, you see purple. That's a mix of rain and snow and sleet. South of there, we've got rain, but north of it, through much of Pennsylvania, into New Jersey, New York City, and now moving into New England, we are seeing snow. And those brighter white bands are the heavier, more intense bands of snow, where we're seeing up to 3 inches per hour. 70 million people right now under some sort of winter weather advisory. We've got the mid-Atlantic turning to rain and sleet later this evening. Snow from New York to Boston, back to Pittsburgh, Binghamton, Buffalo, moving into Boston overnight, and then tapering off to the south later tonight. Tomorrow, the snow will end during the day, but for Boston, you're going to be looking at snow into the afternoon. Snowfall amounts, we're talking about anywhere from 16 to 22 inches total for Harrisburg. Philadelphia, 5 to 9 inches. Scranton, you could see 1.5 feet of snow. New York City, we're looking at 9 to 13. Hartford up to 16 inches. And Shep, we could see 9 to 13 inches of snow through Boston. Plus, strong winds are going to be a big problem. High wind warnings are up for New Jersey. Down trees, power lines, and power outages likely. Right along the coast is where we're most likely to see the power outages on top of the snow. But if there's any good news, Shep, it is that kids are probably going to get a virtual snow day tomorrow. Not the same thing probably, because they're already home. So they just get to stay home more, but without having to go to class, I guess.
Yeah,
so there's something there.
Kids in New York City, I think they're virtual tomorrow, sadly. You know, I was just looking at the NBC4 New York weather app, Al, and I noticed a change. It looks like it's going to warm up a little bit overnight, and I was wondering if there's an ice risk as a result of that.
Well, we probably will. As that, Shep, as that rain-snow line starts to make its way to the north, what that's going to mean is that we're going to start to see that mix. And so as that happens, you can see right now where it's happening north of Washington into parts of Virginia. That's going to slowly slide up, and we'll start to see that mix and probably knock down some of those totals. It'll become a little more slushy. But right now, this cold air is, I'm not going to say it's overproducing, but it is holding its own. And that's been the difference. We've had this cold Canadian air, some of it actually from the North Pole. So Santa may be sending an early present. But because of that cold air hanging in there, we have not yet seen that turnover. And so it's a possibility we could see more than the 13 inches of snow we're talking about. Right now, jury's still out. But until we see that rain-snow line make its way to the north, it's going to stay snow, Shep.
I hope that George Washington Bridge stays open for another hour. We're going to be sleeping on the floor. Al Roker, it's great to see you. Stay safe.
You too.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.